How we doing? How we doing, everybody? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing good. Let's get into some fun stuff here. Unless you guys want to talk about personal stuff or see how you're doing, or see if you answered that poll question or the other pinned question at the top there. I appreciate it if you did. Actually, where's the top? The top's probably over here somewhere. And things like that. So I'm kind of curious what the we're saying so far. 20 to 40 is the average age of No Kings protesters. Has the lead on that thing there. 5 votes so far. Okay, let's see if we can get more votes on that thing there. Let's see what's going on. Let's watch some stuff here. I like Liberty Hangout. Everybody likes some Liberty Hangout content, right? Gets out there and does some stuff. Figure let's do something different today. What's going on? And first, Dennis said, hello, Dennis. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're all doing good. Let's see what this is. Probably was it a few days ago on this one here? I think it was 2 days ago. Yeah.
I mean, he's stealing money. He's making money off the American public.
He is similar, very similar to Hitler. He's a dictator. He's not a president. What are some of the main things we think of when we think of Hitler? Like, what did he do? I'm drawing a blank now. There's music in my ear. So what's the proof that he's racist?
Something in her ear. Crazy. New computer? Yeah, well, I've had it for a little while. Can you see the back? Oh, you can sort of see the lights. I need to kind of adjust my background or whatever, and take advantage of the green screen or whatever. I don't usually put myself big on the camera, but just for a second here, we'll do this. There, yeah, you can sort of see. Actually, it kind of is blocked off there, so I got to go full screen, I guess. But yeah, see the cool computer thing back there? Cool. Bought it for my buddy. It's kind of cool. Supposedly, there's a program we can adjust the lights. I was trying to play with it. I wanted to kind of do like red, white, and blue or some different colors there, but it's the only colors I have. So I got to figure out how to do that other stuff. But anyway, Rooster's in the house. What's going on, Rooster? Nice to see you. Let's go see what these geniuses here at this farmer's market or something like that she's at.
Again, that is my opinion. I'm not here to prove it to you.
Are you okay?
You caught me really off guard.
It's okay. You don't have to cry.
I can't answer questions.
It's okay. It's just a question. Well, you're back at the downtown Lakeland Farmers Market. I hope everybody behaves themselves.
Well, if I did do some gaming, I don't think anybody would watch, though. You usually got to stay in your lane or whatever. My lane lately is sort of like IRL streams or whatever out there during the day or whenever. Showing some crazy stuff out there, and a little bit of showing the news of Portland and things like that. So I'm stretching my lane out a little bit, just rewatching some of these Caitlin Bennett type interviews, things like that, and see some reactions there. But if I go way out of my lane and start doing gaming or something like that on stream, you guys will stop watching and hit the unsubscribe button and all that stuff. So I don't want to do that. But I was thinking about gaming tonight or whatever. I play a game called Ranch Simulator, pretend like you're on a ranch and things like that. It's kind of a cool thing or whatever. Keeps my mind busy.
Today, well, we had to come back. We're having dialogue in the public square the way it's meant to be. So stay tuned. Let's go talk to some people.
Let's go. Let me know if going 1.25 is too fast. I can go back to regular speed if you want me to.
The WSU School of Music offers a comprehensive program with majors in ensemble.
If you could give Donald Trump a letter grade, A through F, what would you grade him?
F. He failed. He's terrible.
Okay.
No comment.
No comment. Why would you give him like a million Fs?
I give him a million Fs because he is very similar to Hitler.
He's what?
Very similar to Hitler. He's a dictator. He's not a president.
Okay. So he's a dictator.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some of the
Both those septum rings or whatever they call those things, the nose rings or whatever. Crazy, like, oh boy, yeah, crazy. What do you think they're liberals? You know, for first appearance. You know, I mean, I'm not saying everybody that has a nose ring is liberal, but odds are.
main things we think of when we think of Hitler? Like, what did he do?
I'm drawing a blank now. There's music in my ear.
What would you give him?
F.
Why so?
What did he do? Yeah, so he didn't pass World War II history.
I just don't believe in his policies, and I believe he's racist.
Okay. What proof do you have that he's racist?
I don't have any. It's just my opinion.
Okay. Don't.
Wow. If people said that back in the Jim Crow era, that would be bad.
Don't you need proof to back that up?
For an opinion, I don't.
Okay. Well, that's how opinions are formed: reading facts and digesting information.
Well, I mean, he's been sued how many times for racial discrimination in New York for his housing units? That's just one example.
Yeah. Well, he was one of the first people to let Black people work for him in Mar-a-Lago and his other companies.
Well, I have actually been to Mar-a-Lago, and I've seen the facilities there. I'm a retired chef.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
No, they're not.
Oh,
That kitchen's rough.
We'll go -3 at
Negative
least.
3.
And his presidency's not over yet, so
Yeah, no. So he could improve.
no.
Yeah, real intelligence. Yeah, just like I have an opinion. You know, I have no basis for my opinion, but it's my opinion.
He would only go lower.
No.
for sure.
Why would you give him such a low number?
Because he is how do I want to say it? Pushing back this country like 100 years in terms of the social situation and stuff. Have a good day.
I have no clue what you mean by that. I'll be honest. Look at those birds. Hi.
Permit to be out here? No,
I was like, oh man, I'm ready to tussle.
Yes, you are. I've seen you. Good job.
I love your birds. What are their names?
It is Winnie
Winnie.
and Tequila. He
And
wants
Tequila.
to eat your
Oh.
No.
Yeah, you're like a liberal, huh? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. What do you think?
Honestly, Z.
That's funny. Squawk, squawk, squawk. Where's my umbrella?
Z.
It's Z.
Okay, why would you say that?
Honestly, he's just, I don't know how to put it into words, but he's just so special with everything he's been doing with holding stamps, building the ballroom when people are hungry. It's
Yeah.
just, it's crazy.
So when he's building the ballroom, when people are going hungry, how do you kind of relate the two to be together?
I mean, withholding SNAP benefits because the government shut down and he's just spending, I mean, yeah, it's his own money, but at the same time, his country's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, well, I'm going to ignore the courts, not do what they're telling me to do.
What letter grade would you give him?
Who voted? Was it 15 times before they finally decided to do SNAP benefits and refund the government going? Yeah, that was the Republicans that did that. You know, even Trump was like, "Get it's done over with in the filibuster." You know, pass it. You know, if anybody was wanting SNAP benefits to be given to people, it would have been Trump over the Republican Senate.
F.
Yeah, what's below F?
We're below F, an F minus?
Yeah.
Why would you give him an F minus?
Because he sucks.
Yeah.
He's
horrible.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Why so?
He doesn't care about the people. He cares about himself and making his rich friends rich.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. Oh, people.
I just think that he's corrupt.
What grade would you give Donald Trump?
I just think he's corrupt. I have no evidence, but I think he's corrupt because I watch Rachel Maddow and she says he's corrupt.
Trump's job so far in his second term?
Absolute 0.
On a grading scale, like A, B,
F.
F? Why so?
I think he's been doing a terrible job, actually. I think he's actively trying to harm our nation. I think he's not only...
Those are feelings, buddy. Those are feelings. Those aren't thoughts. Those are feelings. You think he's trying to do something. You think he's trying to do something. No. That's how you feel about it. If you were thinking about it, you would sort of come up with examples of, I think he did this, and that makes me feel that he's doing this. You see how thoughts work and feelings?
Has he been actively brewing our defense? He's been trying to
actively ruining your defense. Going from Secretary of Defense to Secretary of War, calling the Pentagon the war place, whatever it was. But that's hurting the military somehow or another. Okay.
Dumb our nation down. He's been trying to.
You're doing a good job of that.
I would say, basically, just trying to weaken us.
Okay. How would you think that he's trying to weaken us? On purpose?
Yes.
Okay. What examples do you have for that proof? That was very brave of you. Did your lady let you come back and say that? So if someone came up and accused you, your character, of just basically tried to character assassinate you and claim something really awful and tell other people about it, wouldn't you want them to at least be able to say why they believe that about you?
Again, first off, I don't tell anybody else about it unless they ask me. But, it would be based on the same thing I'm basing it on. His actions, what he's done in his life, his rhetoric that he spills every day.
Like what? Can I have proof?
I mean, I don't know anything right off the bat, but I would say, this invading our cities with the military.
That's racist?
How's that right? Yeah. I know, let her talk, not me. Come on now.
No, that's not racism, but the people he's targeting is racist.
It's a letter grade, A through F.
Targeting people that came in the country illegally is racist, no matter whether they came from Russia or Mexico or any place there. Anywhere they came from in the entire world that came here illegally is somehow racist against a certain color or something. Yeah, I thought, the black people they all think alike, right? That's what the left wants us to think. If they all think alike, they would sort of think non-hypocritically.
What would you give Donald Trump in his second term?
Just F. F. 10,000 Fs.
She said A.
She doesn't know any better. She's a child.
C. She's like, I want an A. All right. Well, why would you say that?
So many reasons.
I can't get started. A through F. What would you grade him?
Are you effing kidding me?
That's a good one. That is genuinely funny. I'm guessing it's an F.
Well, he's apparently fond of doing that to lots of people of all kinds of genders.
Oh, you can't outrun me in those heels. Can you go faster? Go faster.
There's lots of fashion.
Okay, you're very brave and strong. I don't talk to effing fascists. That's okay. Look how you're dressed. I'd rather be a fascist than walk around like this.
Oh, I love how she has fun doing it.
He's targeting workers, illegal or not, and I'm not saying they should be here illegally, but he's targeting people that are working and contributing to our country. And from what I've seen, for the most...
No, you said that he was racist because he went after people and everything. You say he was racist for it. Now, this is what they call moving the goalposts here. It's no longer a racist thing. Now it's just a bad thing or something like that. So, goalpost movement. See this?
Most part, the ones he's targeting, they're wrong. A lot of people are American citizens already, and they're just targeting because of their look, the way they talk. They might speak Spanish, whatever. I just don't think that's right. And as a military member, I certainly don't agree with the fact of putting our armed forces in our streets. That goes against everything I was taught in the military.
So what's the proof that he's racist?
The first thing you're taught in the military is what? When you take your oath. Anybody here former military? What's your oath? For most, I think they have different oaths for officers and enlisted. If I recall, it's something to the effect of, I'll protect my country and the Constitution against enemies, both foreign and... What was the other word? I can't remember. Protecting enemies against both foreign and... It starts with D. Well, what's the word I'm thinking of, chat? What are military supposed to protect people from? People from foreign and... Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Domestic. How would one sort of protect people from enemies domestically? I guess they could do it cyber from a computer and things like that. But what would be a more effective way to stop people that are attacking the government in a domestic fashion? Would it be to be there, or would it be to be somewhere else? Usually, a veteran like this guy would know that, in my opinion.
Again, that is my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not here to prove it to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you my opinion. You ask me a question, I'll give you my opinion.
Okay. And then I asked you a question about what's your proof.
Yeah, and
You don't have any.
Oh, I have some, but I'm not going to stand here and I've already given you 2 examples.
Yeah.
He was sued once for racial discrimination and lost.
Are people
let me
sued
finish.
frivolously all the time?
It has nothing to do with you. Ask me a question.
I'm curious. What party was he a party of back at that time? I'm pretty sure way back then he was a Democrat. Pretty sure.
I answered it.
Okay.
That you asked me, what's my proof? That's one example of him being racist.
Anything more recent?
I don't know. His rhetoric every day. Just watching.
What's one piece of rhetoric from him?
I don't know.
Every day, you should be able to come up with an example.
Because I really don't watch it. I don't really watch.
Every day. You just said every day. I know you're not a professional debater or anything like that, but usually when somebody makes a wild claim, like he says stuff every day that's racist, you'd think you'd be able to pick something out.
His speeches and everything, from what I see on social media, different quotes, things like that, his past discretions.
Can I give you?
Oh, okay. So I haven't asked the question yet. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a human. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not sure. Put a 3 in the chat if you're definitely not human. Okay. Thank you guys. It's a silly question, but it helps the algorithm or whatever. I don't know. It's my standard question.
Some feedback. If you actually went to ground.news/liberty, you could see stuff from Donald Trump and Republicans in general every day. Sources from the left, from the right, and from the center of what they're all reporting about a single story. So you can get different perspectives from every single side of the aisle and even in the center of the aisle. And you can even get a 40% off code when you're watching back how beautiful you look on this video right here at Liberty Hangout. Ground.news/liberty.
Anyway, it's so funny. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to let her do her advertisement there for Ground News. Probably pretty good. I think I have it on my phone. But anyway, not that I'm going to grift or anything like that, because I'm not a grifter. I'm just an informer, okay? Not an informant, an informer. Informing you that there's a button down here. It's a like button. I believe it's over here somewhere. There's a subscribe button. I believe it's somewhere over here. You have to click that one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. There's a bell underneath it also, right, Jeffy? There's a bell. Make sure that all notification bell is on also. I would appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Back to the grift here.
Liberty on the screen, there will be a QR code. You can click it and get a 40% off subscription. You get all kinds of neat tools on this app where you can see a breakdown of exactly how each story is biased towards whatever side or even down the middle. And it might keep you more informed, and maybe you can learn more about Donald Trump to be able to rattle off why you think he's racist.
Yeah, maybe so.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right.
We're asking people if they would rate Donald Trump letter grade A through F. What would you give him?
A+.
A+. That's right, buddy. Sounds good. Just
I think the hat kind of gave that away.
kind of like a moment of reflection. Before you go and you say this stuff and with certainty and you tell someone that Trump is doing X, Y, and Z, you might not get you might not have the full
Caught me
picture.
very off guard, and so I didn't know what to say.
Okay.
No.
So,
Do you want to redo any of what you said?
not much, because I've only heard from what other people are saying, and I don't.
Are you okay?
She's just a little emotional. It's okay. Calm down.
You caught me really off guard.
It's okay. You don't have to cry. It's okay. It's just a question.
I'm gonna go back over here.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't mean to make her cry. It was just.
It's okay. I don't like cameras, and I didn't realize you were recording me.
Oh,
so now I'm
this
just
is so
overwhelmed.
big. I don't know how you missed it. Pretend you're his teacher, and he's in your classroom. What grade would you give him?
I didn't know you're recording me when there's a camera right in your face. I don't know. Maybe it's a phone camera, but still.
Is there something below F?
You're the teacher.
Yeah, like a G,
Negative
like
X.
a X, G. Yeah, it's horrible.
Okay. All right.
Is there something below an F and the person's a teacher? Wow. Or these days teachers don't actually give grades, they give, participation trophy. Good job. You get a P because you participated.
All right. Why such a low grade?
He's horrible. He's a horrible human being.
Absolutely horrible human being.
Okay.
Yeah, he cares nothing about anybody but himself and money.
Okay.
And
He does like money.
He lies to everybody and makes them think that he's interested in helping them, but he is not.
Okay.
Is it mind readers? Teachers are mind readers, guys. I'm not sure if Caitlin's going to ask him, but it sounds like they can read his mind. You notice that lately among the lefties or whatever, whenever you sort of ask them their opinions of Trump, they'll basically say, he does this, he believes this, he thinks this. Like, oh, are you a mind reader? If you really listen to his speeches and things like that, then you could say he said this, he's doing this, he invited this person, that they may not like. But instead of doing that, they say the things these ladies just said.
Like
X.
X. Yeah, it's horrible.
Okay, all right. Why such a low grade?
He's horrible. He's a horrible human being.
Absolutely horrible human being.
Okay.
Yeah.
He cares. He cares nothing about anybody
He cares nothing about anybody, evidently. Okay, evidently she knows what he cares and doesn't care about.
but himself and money.
Okay.
And
He does like money.
He lies to everybody and makes them think that he's interested in helping them, but he
makes people think that people are interested.
is not.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What proof do you have in his second term? Hasn't even been a year yet, but you have such strong feelings. I know he had a first term too. What are some things you can point to and say, that's why I feel that way?
Just the way he treats people, the
Yeah.
comments that he makes, the things that he says, and he doesn't care. And the
Okay.
fact that he just does what he wants and he's not held accountable.
Okay. What are some things that he should be held accountable for?
Not held accountable. Last term he was in office, Democrats tried to impeach him twice. Could not hardly let him get his agenda started. Spied on his campaign. That's just for starters. I think of all the other stuff that they did the first term. Between terms, they tried to go after him with 4 or 5 different hoaxes, in his opinion. Trials, in my opinion, situation or whatever. Different things like that. That they had to make up a new law in New York just to go after him there. But evidently, not held accountable or something like that. I'd say he was. You guys are trying to overly accountabilize him. That's not a word, but I made it up.
For invading cities in the United States of America using our army to attack our citizens.
You don't understand how things work.
Okay.
He should go.
Attacking young women.
Yeah.
The way he just talks about young women
Yeah.
Okay.
or women in general.
Yes.
Okay. He should be held accountable for that.
Absolutely should be.
What type of consequences should he have for?
He should have been in
sh-
jail
yeah,
for years.
He shouldn't be in the.
You should be in jail for saying things about women. That sounds a little bit dictatorial. It sounds like maybe they're referring to something else, but you just got through asking them. They said he says bad things about women, and then the next question was, what should the consequences be? And they said, go to jail. So, does that sound a little bit dictatorial to you? Does that sound a little fascistic to you to have somebody go to jail for talking bad about women? Not that he did. I'm just saying that's what they said. That sounds a little bit fascistic.
Office of president for sure.
He should be in jail for how
Absolutely.
he talks about people.
No,
No.
for everything that he does.
The stealing and the
Okay, they corrected their stance there. Thank you for correcting your opinions a little bit.
Destroying
tax
the White
evasion
House
and,
and
yeah, just doing what he
Jackie
wants.
Kennedy's Rose Garden. I mean, who does that?
He should be in jail for that.
Yeah, he should be in jail for everything that he does. I mean, he's
You just got through saying he says bad things about women. So should he be in jail for saying bad things, evidently about women? For everything he does. My goodness. What level is TDS, guys? If there was only 10 levels, I know you want to say there's 1,000 levels, but 10 levels. Is this 10? Is this level 10 here or level 9?
stealing money. He's making money off the American public, and nobody's.
That's a pretty big claim. What proof do you have for that?
It's lying about what he's doing or whatever. I think is got to be level 9 or 10. When you sort of make things up that didn't happen, you're at level 9 or 10. Level 7 or 8 if you just have bad opinions of him. But if you make stuff up that never happened and say that it did happen, that's level 9 or 10 in my opinion.
Based on everything that you read, I mean,
Yeah,
you
just
have to
one bit
read
of
something.
yeah. What should I read to know that he's stealing money and he should be in jail for that?
Anything on the news.
Anything.
Just pull up anything one day and you'll
Give us an example. Give us an example. Where did he steal? Please.
see all the stuff that he's doing wrong.
Okay. Because I do look at the news quite often just to stay involved. I'm never saying.
We're gonna go.
If you have any proof, I'd love.
And you have no proof. You see what happens every single time. Has there ever been a time where somebody has asked somebody that leans this far left to bring up proof or to back up a claim outside of the debate sphere, out in the streets, when somebody tries to claim something and somebody tries to question them on it. You see it in Portland, with Camp Higbee and things like that all the time. They can't back it up, and what do? Walk away or yell "Orange Man bad" or
to know. We didn't pack the truth or the proof with us today. Why do people think that if you have a dialogue just off the cuff, instead of saying, I don't know too much about that, so I'm not going to comment on it, they just make these claims and they have not, you don't need to study up on your opinions. You should form them based on facts and be able to talk about it.
Hitler didn't like Jews, so he killed and got rid of them. That is
is her boyfriend looking up Hitler on this one?
technically what Trump is trying to do.
Trump is trying to kill the Jews?
Not the Jews. Whoa.
Okay.
The Hispanics. Okay. What he's doing, raiding the ICE. People are still going things about the right way, or at least trying to, and he's not allowing that.
Okay. So you
the right way. They're trying to go about things the right way. People that have been here 20 plus years, that had the opportunity for 20 years to go back and do things the right way, they could sort of sell their home, make plenty of money by selling their home if they have a home, go back to Mexico, have a great life in Mexico while they wait to do their work properly. That would be the proper way to do things in a lot of cases, is American money down south is worth a lot more money. So if after 10 years or so, if they saved up their money and things like that, went to Mexico, have a great lifestyle there, go through the proper way, consulates, things like that in Mexico, then they could go back to America and know what they're doing. They were very integrated. Anyway,
you think, because Hitler's intention was to murder a bunch of people, and you think Trump's intention is to murder Hispanics,
but he wants to get rid of them. He doesn't want them here.
Okay. Do you
oh my God,
think it might be that he doesn't want illegal immigrants here and has nothing to do with Hispanics?
He's not going about it the right way if he does.
Okay. So you said he's a dictator. In what ways is he a dictator?
Meet the Reputation 2, our premium all-season tire built for comfort and long-lasting performance.
Not that I'm a grifter, guys. I'm not a grifter, but make sure you see the like button there. And supposedly, you guys probably hit the voting thing there. Okay, it's going up a little higher. So far, you say the average age for is 20 to 40. I would say higher for some of these things that I've seen or whatever. They go to these No Kings protests, maybe not the ones that walk down the streets, but the ones that are on the side of the road or whatever with their signs. I'd say 40 to 60 personally, but still go with your guys' opinions on that one there.
In what ways is he a dictator?
I just told you.
Just the immigration stuff?
That's one of them.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
I don't have time to say them all right now because I have to go do other things.
Okay. Can you just give me one more in like 30 seconds?
I have to go.
Because
I can't think of it, so I'm just gonna feel good in my feelings that he said a
dictator. Have you seen all of the protests rising up against him?
I have.
Yeah. Dictators don't let that happen. And ICE officers that you're saying he's a dictator for, it's actually Title 8 U.S. Code 1325 that they're operating under, which is completely constitutional. Dictators don't follow the Constitution. All righty. That's a good man right there. You know what? Let's just walk away. He's protecting his lady. We like that.
Yeah, it's like you're embarrassing yourself.
We're asking people to grade Donald Trump A through F. If you were his teacher and he was a student in your classroom, what would you give him?
Probably like a hot D. Yeah,
Okay.
probably a D.
Okay, that's more than I expected.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Why?
I don't like the government as it is, so I don't really like any politicians. So I just kind of steer.
So, yeah, you might be a Republican and not know it. So many of the crazy liberals don't realize that they don't like the government getting in their business, right? Republicans don't like the government getting in their business. Not just Trump or something like that, but government regulations and things like that. So that's why we're Republicans. We want limited government. Maybe she wants limited government too and blames everything on Trump because Trump's in office.
You're clear of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Trump's policies?
I don't really care enough.
No.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't care enough. I mean, no matter what I think, it's not going to change what he's doing anyway.
Of course.
what difference is it going to make? My opinion.
What letter grade would you give him?
An F. Yes.
F?
Yeah.
Not an F minus.
Oh, we can do F minus. Is that?
Nose rings. Nose rings, nose rings, nose rings. Short hair women and nose rings. Have you ever seen a short-haired, under 40-year-old woman with a nose ring that's a Republican or conservative?
I think we'll do F minus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone in my high school got an F minus somewhere. Why would you give him an F minus?
I mean, he hasn't fulfilled any promises. His policies are awful just for humans in general. But
Okay.
I stop it too much, but first term, how many promises did he keep?
yeah, that's what I'm going F minus.
Okay.
I gotta catch up
Well,
with
you
him.
said real quick. You said no promises have been fulfilled.
Mhm.
He did run primarily on securing the southern border, and in 6 months there have been 0 border crossings that have ended up with an illegal alien being released into the interior of the United States. That is one promise that he did keep, and he fulfilled.
I don't really care for that policy. So
Okay. Well, you said that he kept none
Make a claim, know your claim.
of his promises,
yeah,
but I
I'm
think
gonna move on.
okay. I think Democrats are usually mad that he has kept a lot of his promises. I love it. He hasn't kept any of his promises. Then wouldn't she like him then? Because he wouldn't have done anything that he said he was going to do. Well, you look fancy.
Good point.
See, where are you going on a Saturday morning all dressed up?
We're just going out for brunch.
I love that. All right. You guys dating?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Do you accept?
Yes.
All right. We just formed a lovely relationship. Okay. She's so smitten with you. Look, she's admiring you so much. That is beautiful. Okay. Well, you guys have a wonderful Saturday. I'll leave you alone and make sure you pay.
Yeah. Thank you for
You better.
yeah.
thank you for spreading the gospel. Thanks for spreading.
Oh, I could do a better job at it, but yeah. Well, you walked away without me even asking you any questions.
It's Sunday morning. I don't think before noon on a
It's
Sunday.
Saturday.
See? Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, most people know. No, I'm just kidding with you. So I mean, since we're back, if you want to elaborate on what you said,
Listen, I give Donald Trump credit. Everybody's running around talking about he's this and he's that. He's not doing a horrible job.
okay.
I'm a liberal, so I don't like his policies on immigration. I don't like how he drums up all that stuff. I give him credit for not starting no more wars.
Yeah.
That's number one. The way you, the first step you got to take in this country towards fixing the economy is stopping all the military spending
Mm-hmm.
and spending it on social programs.
Sure.
I don't like what he's doing with the SNAP benefits. I don't like
Well,
truthful-
what is he doing with the SNAP benefits?
See, I don't know for sure. I haven't fact checked, but he's allegedly making people reapply and just starting the process all over again.
Where have you heard that?
I think it was Wall Street Journal. I could be mistaken there.
I have not.
Brooke Rollins, I don't know if she said that, but she's in charge of the SNAP benefits or whatever. She wants to overhaul it anyway, so we'll see.
Heard that at all. Trump a letter grade A through F on his job so far. What would you give him?
F.
Why? That's pretty harsh.
It is. It's just, I don't know. Everything's just, everybody doesn't like him, so yeah.
I like him.
You like him?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
They like my channel.
Good.
So why would you give him?
Yeah. First term, he was trying to play Mr. Nice Guy, but still Mr. Tough Guy at the same time. Now he's just playing Mr. Tough Guy. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Once in a while, he'll say something nice or something like that, but not today. Today, he went all out.
Enough.
I don't know. He's just not doing great right now.
Farmers markets are usually always pretty calm, but there could always be that crazy liberal lurking on the road. That's why I always go with security everywhere I go, every time I film. If you want to keep me safe out here, you go to patreon.com/Caitlin.
Oh, I've got 5 people, or I had 5 people on Twitch watching. I know somebody on Twitch. Anybody else on Twitch? Crazy Times is over there on Twitch. Anybody else watching on Twitch by chance? Crazy Times. I thought there was one other person. I think Courtney's in the chat. I guess only one chatter on Twitch. That's okay. Probably a lot of bots over there too.
Bennett, even $5 a month helps support my security fund all the time. And so thank you guys. If you support my work, that's the best way to help me keep coming out here to produce it. What would you give them based on a job so far?
I'd probably give them, depending on, because I'm a senior.
Mhm.
So they're talking about getting rid of our, money, like 30%, they're going to cut it in another couple of years. So if he comes, and there's going to be so many seniors that are going to be out of work. Or
Cutting what?
Cutting our Social Security 30%.
Mhm.
We have $2.3 trillion sitting in our, that the baby boomers collected over the years.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about cutting it 30% because it's going to run out.
Yeah.
So if he wants to help a lot of the seniors, because there's going to be so many that are going to be homeless.
What president took out like $7 billion out of the Social Security fund back in the day? Starts with an O.
That right now it's a C. I give him a C.
So you think people are going to be homeless if they
They're gonna-
cut Social Security by 30%?
The seniors.
Yeah.
Because my dad made $1,000 a month, and if they cut it 30%, that's $700.
Yeah.
They can't afford to live on $700.
Well, Social Security was never meant to survive off of. It's just a supplement to your retirement. So
95% of the people are living on Social Security
yeah,
alone.
well, they shouldn't
I
be
know.
because that's an abuse of the system.
Yeah, well, so is 42 million people living on food stamps.
I agree with you there. I agree with you.
Get up and get a job.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
100% agree with you. What in the national budget was cut that you say Trump is purposely trying to weaken our defense?
Like our cuts to our education, there's our cuts to our, like, there's the cut. Sorry, excuse me. I was trying to find the spot here.
When you say our defense, are you talking about military-wise and national protection?
No.
What do you mean by defense?
I'm talking to our people. I'm talking to our intelligence. I'm talking to our, obviously he cares about our defense, but I'm talking about our actual people. He's talking about our future.
Okay, well, let me know if you agree with this. I would say Trump's job at the border has actually made our defense as a country better because he has prevented cartels and gang members from coming over. In the last 6 months, there's been 0 border crossings that have resulted in an illegal alien being released back into the country. There's been no illegal aliens released into the country when under Joe Biden.
I don't. I mean, I'm sure you're right about that, but that's crazy too. I just remember back in the day, was it he took it out of Social Security or something back in the day? Obama did whatever, a whole chunk to help pay for something or he thought was important. Probably social welfare issues or something like that, but he stripped a large chunk of the Social Security fund.
Or millions just let into the country and released. And so I would say when we're talking about defense and what most people would assume, I think he's doing a great job with the defense of this country.
And the illegal crackdowns on the people that are in the country, that are here legally, that are being detained.
No, the ones that are interfering with federal law enforcement, they can be detained because they're interfering with a federal situation. You guys are happy with January 6th people being detained for a long time for impeding on a federal situation, right? But when you guys do it to federal officers to their face while they're busy, you're calling that illegal.
Legally?
We're asking people to rate Donald Trump's job, A through F. What letter would you give him?
A.
I figured with that hat on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
How
Well,
about y'all?
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm not seeing my lower gas prices.
Yeah. Was it just the flag that gave it away that was on his hat, or was it the camo around the hat?
That's what I'm a little mad about.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, my gas is kind of expensive,
Okay.
but
How expensive was it during Biden when it was at 9.1% inflation? How expensive was gas then?
I want to say no. Not really. I mean, here and there probably, but I try not to follow politics that much because it just makes me mad. It really does. A lot of politics in general just really piss me off because, why are you deciding what's best for people when you don't even know these people?
So we're like anti-democracy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so base though, honestly.
It is.
If you could grade Donald Trump on a scale of A through F, what would you give him?
An A through
F minus. We're being interviewed. F minus.
An F minus. What? They gave him like a B or something.
Oh no, F minus.
I'm kidding. They said no comment. I don't know what their opinion was. Why would you give him an F minus? That's pretty harsh.
Look, Pope Leo shirt. Oh, I do love Pope Leo. I give him an A++.
Okay, yeah, the Pope gets an A++.
The Pope said things that is contrary to what Donald Trump has said.
Okay.
Such as if you're pro-life, you're against the death penalty. Which
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's one of the things that's wrong with Donald Trump's policies. He should be pro-life from conception to natural death,
okay,
right?
I revise it. He's not as bad as I am. There's some things that are okay.
Probably like a B minus.
A B minus, okay. Where can he improve?
I don't think he should have said anything about his current active position on H-1B immigration. I think that really damaged him, at least with probably say it damaged him with our demographic, our age group.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I definitely think our generation is more very conservative and kind of locked down on immigration. And his comments about the H-1B visa do not resonate with MAGA at all. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. It's not that I necessarily disagree with his position on H-1B, because I think there are, particularly in tech, I think there are a lot of positions that, that we're not properly qualified for. Not to say there's a lot of entry-level job statistics where it's like, okay, yeah, we need to cut back on that with how we're doing. I think it was something around the ballpark of 80% of entry-level jobs
We're taken by the HB1 visa
and
immigrants.
And obviously, I'm
I agree with him on that. People that come over with those visas or whatever should either pay for them, like $1 million or $5 million or whatever it was that he wants to sort of incentivize people to do there, but also, not come over for entry level jobs. Come over for high skilled jobs. If there's no Americans that are going to get those jobs, so make sure that if they do come over, they stay over. They don't send their money back home, so to speak.
in tech myself.
Okay.
So, looking at that, you just need to incentivize training. I think I just read an article recently, I think it was from 2023, about how there's just a lack of workplace training for people of our generation.
Yeah.
And I think it is much easier to just say, well, why would we decide to train when we can just have people that have, more credentials overseas?
Hey, why is that red taking off here? Quit taking off. Make sure you click the like button, stay here. The video is almost over. If you want to leave after I'm done, then you can leave. Okay, but you're leaving too quick. Okay. Just kidding, guys.
Yeah.
You need to keep the geniuses coming in, particularly for tech. But overall, I think I think H-1B immigration is necessary, but I think the extent to which we're doing it is not.
What would you grade Donald Trump for his job so far?
Oh, I'm not playing these games.
Oh, you're just it's like pretend you're a teacher. We're playing the game of
We're
teacher.
like we don't like Trump.
You don't
so
like
that's
Trump?
why I think he doesn't. Yeah.
No, why not?
Oh, it's okay.
But I think
Might
people
be
should.
You're gonna clip me out of context. Jeffy's in the house. Thank you, Jeffy. It's like, that's their excuse or whatever for not being able to answer her questions. It's like, you're just gonna clip me out of context or something like that. Like, nope, not gonna happen. Shows the entire videos. She cuts up kind of different people's videos so people won't get bored of the same interview the entire time. But
With 42 million Americans on food stamps, some people should have to reapply. Absolutely, because there are a lot of people on food
Family members
stamps.
who are sucking the system dry.
Yeah.
Here's my issue though, and it's not all his fault. They really did use the Justice Department to try and put him in jail so he wouldn't run for president again. They really did use the machinery of the government to try and come over. And guess what? He won.
So they're not going into the court to renew their visa. They're coming into the court because they have an order to be there because their visa has expired.
Of their visa, either for
Yes.
renewal of that because they're working here legally, or I'm saying those people should absolutely not be detained just to reattend the court hearing so long as they haven't missed that hearing
Yeah,
date.
that's not what's happening.
It has happened too, though, but it's been a mix. I
And
think
then
there's
people that are being detained, like I said, illegally or by mistake. There was a woman literally either this or last week that was basically detained racistly, by the way, because she was a Native American who essentially was detained under false pretenses because essentially they thought she was an illegal immigrant. How do you explain that?
Yeah. So are you up in arms every time someone is detained by the police because they match the description of a suspect and then they bring them in for questioning, they realize that actually this isn't the person and they get released? Have you always been against that?
It's actually yes, considering how rough they can be treated, how the
No, I'm just talking about in principle. If someone matches a description of a suspect and they're detained by police, the police bring them in. When they realize they're not the right person, they let them go. That's completely lawful. That's what also happens with ICE agents. Because people match descriptions of suspects, or this person could have been mixed up in really crazy illegal gang activity, and that's what happens as well. But was this person released?
Okay, well, there's a difference between matching a suspect and racial profiling.
Yeah. What proof do you have for that?
What do you mean? What proof I have for that?
Yeah, I'm just asking for proof. If someone was racially profiled by ICE, I would love proof for that.
When there was a whole case about it this past week.
Okay, what was the case?
I can't remember the actual name, but literally, you know what? Forget this. You're trying to lead this entire conversation.
I'm just asking for proof.
No, we're not.
I just asked you for more information about your claims. How am I leading anything? You're leading the whole conversation. It's all up to you. What letter would you give him?
Oh, A-.
You bring up an anecdotal situation. You want to use that as proof. Yeah, goalpost movement. Yeah, that's all they do.
Solid. I mean, not absolutely perfect.
Right.
If I ever find one that is perfect, I know he's lying to me somehow.
Yeah. What would you say to Donald Trump to get that to like an A+? What would he need to do better?
Honestly, not much more really he can do. I mean, kind of mouths off a bit much, which is not gonna lie, amusing, but
Maybe that is like a parent-teacher conference.
Hey, Tafar, how you doing today? Are you doing good? Hope you're having a good day.
For his behavior and his mouth.
Yeah, but at the same time, I actually appreciate it because, quite frankly, I've
I mean, I didn't start paying attention to politics till, the 90s when I was a kid, and I noticed it was always the same exact talking point every single time. And that just got really, really annoying and kind of jaded.
Well, hey, at least he doesn't forget what he's saying, and at least we can understand what he's saying, right?
Oh, that's a plus.
Yeah. What are some things he's done that's good?
Oh, okay. He helped broker a ceasefire in Israel. Yes. But it remains to be seen if it will hold for a long time.
All of these butts, yeah. I'll give him the butt, but here's another butt you could throw in there. How long did Biden have to possibly get a ceasefire settled? How long did he have? Anybody?
I'm not too confident in that, but that's not Trump's fault. That's their fault, I would say. That's not Trump's fault. He did a great job getting it done, but it's up to them.
But he needs to be stricter with Netanyahu, and we need to stop giving all of our money to Israel.
I thought it was MAGA first. How is that America first? Why are we giving money to Argentina, and why are we bombing places if it's MAGA first? Right?
And where are we bombing?
The Venezuelan boats?
Yeah, MAGA first and America first means not letting foreign drug cartels bring drugs into hurt American citizens. That's America first.
That is true. That's the essence of America first.
But there are legal ways to curtail.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What's the legal way to stop a boat filled with narco terrorists from getting onto a freighter, basically, where they can sort of hide their drugs? And then when that freighter gets to port and everything, there's no way to find out where those drugs are at that point. There's way too much stuff going on. What would be the legal way to do that, Mr. Genius?
Yes, not just randomly bombing boats.
Yeah.
But
they're not randomly bombing.
How is that pro-life?
No, I'm not saying. Well, I mean, an argument could be made that they are committing violence and they are leading to the deaths of millions of Americans.
Okay, I could be
and
on
so,
the same page.
you know what I mean? What have you always wanted to say to Caitlin Bennett?
Common sense.
I know you've dreamt of this moment.
I have dreamt of this moment, funny enough. I don't have anything to say to you. We don't agree, but I don't hate you. That's all I
don't
can
hate you
say.
either. Yeah, you guys were really fun to talk to. So thank you for the fun interaction. Have a beautiful day here. And I'll meet up with you at Warport, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Pinky promise?
Pinky,
okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching today.
Make sure you follow Liberty Hangout. She does a good job out there doing her thing. No proof of the boots. Is fentanyl deadly? Tafar? Fentanyl taken illegally deadly? Yes or no? I'll answer for you. Yes. Are narco terrorists considered terrorists? Yes. Another answer there. So what do you do when people want to kill your people of your country? And you don't want to possibly have any Navy guys or Coast Guard guys potentially in harm's way to stop that from happening, stopping those drugs from getting to the United States. How would you do that? Yes. There's these things called satellites and thermals and CIA agents where they have the proof. They don't need to show the American people that proof. That they have that proof. Yes. You must have missed the explanation a while back when they said, yes, we watched them from the time they loaded the boat, the time they took off with the boat. It's like, anyway, let's see. I was gonna shout out her channel here. You guys probably already watched her already, but put that in the link in the description there. So we had a few people watching here. Let's see if I can find another short video to watch here real quick here. Take that one back here. Take that one off the list there. Let's have a more funny one here.
Oregonians have trusted Super Duty trucks for decades. At Landmark Ford, we've sold thousands of them, which is why we consistently...
Do you want to go to men's prison or women's prison? Both. I feel like I got hornswoggled.
Would you like a Tootsie Roll from my diaper?
This is so gay. I was told that I could see a drag race here. This is false advertising. I see no cars. What the hell have I wandered into? What is happening to me? Oh my God. Are you going to run? How do you think you're going to do?
Well, I got a lot of stuff going on this year.
When you say you got a lot of stuff going on, are you talking about psychological stuff? I came here seeking Brittany Force, one of my favorite drag racers, and we did a world record of a hot rod record, 390 miles an hour. I want to BB Brittany's boys, and my girl isn't here. It's just a bunch of men pretending to be girls. Holy my God. Listen, I'm really scared. I came here wanting a drag race.
Oh, Monsieur Edward, we don't have cars here, no. Make America gay again.
I feel like I got hornswoggled.
You did.
You gonna hornswoggle me later?
Yeah, ooh.
Take a number. I was promised there'd be hot rods. Have you seen a hot rod here? Where might hot rods be at? Are you a hot rod?
I think so.
All right, it's really well hidden. There's no squealing of tires. Hey, there's a lot of squealing gay guys, though.
Well, I'll tell you, there will still be a lot of burnouts. Click your heels together and repeat after me.
Bitch, I ain't got no feet. I think I'm in the wrong place.
Would you like a Tootsie Roll from my diaper?
I am actually Ruth Canal, the tooth fairy, so you better
hold it
out. And these are my...
Wait, behold. Is this gingivitis tooth? What's going on there? What are you the Pope Cleopatra? I kind of thought you were J.D. Vance. Are you sure you're not him? You look like Robert Redford. Who's your daddy? Our audience wants to know. What in holy fuck are you? All right, these are 2 stars from the upcoming XXX rated movie. Michelle and Romy get their behimens busted. Oh my God, you're Elton John.
Don't let your son go down on me.
I have to ask, are these real?
Yes.
Can I test them?
Yes.
All right, don't be offended.
Never.
Jesus Christ. Are your boobs real too?
They are real.
Can I test them?
Sure.
Everyone knows that blackface is offensive to everyone. What do you say to those people who are offended by woman face?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know them. I don't give a shit what they think. Get what?
Oh, wow. Everybody should just be happy.
Yeah, fuck those bitches.
Yeah.
Fuck them bitches. That's right.
All right. Sorry, ladies. We've been appropriated. Sorry. I only feel alive when a man is inside me. Am I gay?
No.
How about you?
Not at all.
Something's going on. Am I gay?
I would say so.
100%.
Yes! You're literally being fisted right now.
When the fist isn't pumping, don't come a humping.
I'm trying to like cover my eyes.
How long have you not been a man?
Since 95.
Wow, that's a good run. How long have you not been a man?
My whole life. About 3 hours.
Besides golf and drag, what else do white men of privilege like to do?
Wait, did you say golf?
Yeah, you have short-term memory loss. What's that been like? What other things do white men of privilege like to do?
Get high-paying jobs to do nothing? I would love one of those right now.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're referring to the fishing trip guy or whatever, yeah, just like similar to when there's somebody committing a riot and everything, and the police ask you to, this has been declared a riot, please go home, and they keep doing it and everything. I'm not sure. I doubt what Tafar said was actually serious there, or the wife is kind of lying, like, oh, my terrorist husband got killed. Let me find an excuse for him. But even if that was true, if he's in the boat with them and he sees the drugs and he knows those drugs are illegal, he's got to find a way out of the situation or something like that he caught himself in, is my guess. Or if they want to steal his boat, if it was his boat or whatever, like, you can steal it. You know, I've seen what happens to people with drugs in their boats. I don't want to go with you. You can have the boat.
Oh shit, were you laid off, buddy? I'm sorry.
I was.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hold on, what department?
State Department.
When Trump's jackbooted thugs come and collect you, are you going to men's prison?
Don't have to. CIA operations, special investigative operations into terrorist networks are not required to share intelligence data like that. Do you not understand? Wow. You don't tell the enemy what you're doing. Where have you been for 30 years?
Women's prison.
I think I'll go with the men's. And I'll just, blend in. Men's prison. I think it'd be a little bit more fun. Plus, I can nominate a couple of people.
Men's prison. 100% better party.
It's got to be men's, because I can't stay away from men for that long.
I think you're going to have a good time.
Thank you.
Neither.
It's too late, baby. You better make a deal now. Do you want to go to men's prison or women's prison?
Both.
Women's.
Adult or juvie?
I can't stand to look at that for more than a few minutes. Let's see how long is do a short one here. I don't want that. No. What's a good video here? Here's a short one.
You leave it or not, baby. at University of Phoenix.
We show you this
Freedom Tunes is always funny.
mystery is all but unsolvable. No witnesses, no murder weapon. The whole place wiped clean. Unsolvable. Ha! In fact, I've already worked out who's done it.
But we've only been here 28 seconds.
Oh, my dear Watson. Did you notice the tiny indent in the floor? Its shape and size indicates it could only have been made by a loose shoelace cap that had been stepped on. Specifically cap model number 318A2B, which only comes with the laces of the work boots issued as part of the standard uniforms of the local meatpacking plant, which the local butcher was a former employee of. The very same butcher who can't tie his shoes on account of his fingertips being gone. Motive? He harbored hatred against the store owner, part of a rival family in his home country, Italy. Ah, it was me. Blast, you've done. Elementary, indeed. Now, how do we solve this one? There was no one about and no weapon here either. Ha! Oh dear, Watson, you haven't noticed, have you? What? Look up. Do you see the light glass casing around the lantern? Of course. You see the victim's scream reverberated off the brick and up the lamp, causing it to shimmy ever so slightly against its casing. By noting which etchings are most fresh, correcting for standard noise levels through the day, and the effect photons would have on the reverberation, I can work out a formula that would allow me to construct a perfect image of who the sound waves bounced off of that night. Incredible!
Oh, it was me. Blast, you've done it.
All right, we're impressed. But we've got one more case for you, Sherlock. We found a 15-year-old girl with her head cut off in a Pearson County grooming gang, kidnapped her and forced her into slavery before murdering her. People near the scene of the crime heard them scream Allahu Akbar when the incident occurred. I mean, that could have been anybody. Anybody could have done that. There must be clues. What did you say he screamed? Allahu Akbar. It's Arabic for... Yeah, man, that's crazy, but I mean... You know, white people speak Arabic too. Like a blonde white guy could also yell that, you know? I didn't mention his skin color. Look, I'm just saying there's no information or motive here or anything. We're just going to drive ourselves crazy trying to figure
This is funny.
it out. So, you know, a big part of mystery solving is just knowing when to quit. Why not interview people from his community? What community? It could have literally been anyone. You know, it could have been a Norwegian social worker who was on vacation here. You know, like we just don't know. You know what? Maybe we're just gonna search her for DNA. Why do you think some people are genetically prone to this kind of thing? No, it could help us solve the crime. I mean, maybe it's not a crime. Maybe it could just be someone's culture. You know. Shh, quiet! Someone 4 blocks away is typing hate speech about this on their keyboard.
Oh yeah, Tafar's got our resident troll or whatever so far. Anyway, at least he's stays within TOS, and stupid opinions are stupid enough. It's okay. Somebody chat something to talk about.
Got him. Looks like we found the real criminal after all. You're under arrest.
People learn through story, and entertainment media is the most powerful way of shaping people's values that's ever existed. And it's totally dominated by the left. And they've been using it for decades to chip away at your country with their propaganda. That's why we're fighting back by making a full-length animated show called Twisted Plots.
Check out Freedom Tunes on YouTube if you want to see more of that kind of content. Good quality stuff. Good quality stuff. There's still 10 or 12 people watching, supposedly. Should we look at some news, guys? Should we look at some news? Is there anything going on at the ice building yet? I seriously doubt it. 5 o'clock. I'm going to try to stay on a little bit longer nowadays, once in a while, if I can. Let's see. How's that poll going? 24 votes now on that one there. Ooh, and still 54% say it's 20 to 40-year-olds. Interesting. But there's about 46% of you that say they're over 40, though. That's interesting, too. What else we got on these things here? Show some proof they went, all the votes had drugs before they bombed them. Again, I don't have to show you the proof. You know, I know you don't trust the vice president when he says that they have proof, or the Secretary of War, Secretary of Defense, if you will, when they sort of say that stuff. That's plenty of evidence shows that they have all that evidence there. When they've got that much machinery and satellite technology to see what's going on there, they can sort of tell you what's in the boats, you know. Okay? Not a problem. When they come from a drug cartel to another drug cartel, Colombia drug cartel to the Venezuela drug cartel, you pretty much know that it's drugs, you know? Yeah, pretty much. But I will waste my time just to make Tafar feel good. What's your question, Tafar? What's your most pressing question in the world here, buddy? You had another question up here or something like that. Let's go to your fisherman thing. Let's ask Google a question here about was there a Fisherman. Yes. Weapons. Let's see. Question mark. Key details of your Colombian fisherman named somebody Carranza or something like that. The incident in mid-September 2025, a U.S. military strike in the Caribbean destroyed a small boat, eliminating all 3 people on board. The victim here, a 40-year-old Colombian, identified him as one of the men killed. They and local fishermen's association members maintain he was a fisherman known by the name Coro, referencing a small fish. So he was a small fish in the fisherman industry. So meaning he didn't do a whole lot of fishing, evidently. If your fishermen are calling him a small fish, it means he's not a very good fisherman. Who was on a fishing trip at the time. How do they know he was on a fishing trip at the time? Did they tell him? Is there paperwork on him going out as a fisherman? Nope, there wasn't. He just said he was going on a fishing trip. Okay, that's a whole lot of proof there that he was going out fishing there. Great evidence there. The U.S. position: the Trump administration, which ordered the strikes, stated that the U.S. is in a non-international armed conflict with drug cartels and has conducted numerous strikes on suspected drug vessels in the region. Officials have released little evidence to support claims that those eliminated were confirmed drug traffickers, aside from general intelligence assessments. That's all they are required to give you when there's an ongoing situation. When it's all over, if it ever does get over or whatever, then they can sort of share the information that they got to get this stuff out there. Controversy and reactions. Reading Google here, as I could put on the other screen, but anyway. The incident has caused significant diplomatic tension. Colombian President Gustavo Petro accused the U.S. of a bad thing that it can't say on YouTube, and violating Colombia's sovereignty, leading to a suspension of intelligence sharing. Legal experts have questioned the legality of the strikes under international law. Like if the UN complains about stuff like that. Legal action. Carranza's family has hired an American lawyer and is preparing a legal claim for compensation and to prevent similar incidents in the future. Strikes have reportedly spread fear among local fishermen who have become reluctant to go to sea during the lucrative tuna season. Don't put drugs in your fishing boats. Sorry. Is that asking too much? And, don't make sure you're running towards a hauler, that sort of takes cargo containing ships, things like that. Don't be going fast towards those. That's kind of an indication that you're planning on getting on that cargo vessel with your drugs. Pretty good. Anyway, should I do a deeper dive? A deeper dive don't give a whole lot of information more than you already read here. We'll see if there's anything in this deeper dive here. Same information. It's the exact same information. Why is it a deeper dive? Anyway. What happens on the boat that exploded when a projectile fired from either a drone or plane up above going probably 100 miles an hour or more hits that boat? Is there going to be much of a boat left to have things on? I'm pretty sure there's not going to be much of a boat left. Just FYI. Yeah, no proof. Hearsay. And why would in Colombia and their government doesn't like us, what would they possibly try and do to people in that fishing industry to help make the story seem like a humanitarian thing? Pay them off potentially, huh? Yeah, that would make nice. They aren't making money on the fishing industry, evidently. They might want to make money from the government. Say, can you say a few things here that one of the guys might have been a fisherman out there? That it said nothing about the wife saying that. That said nothing about the wife saying that. I don't know if the wife said anything about that. Let me read another story about it here. CBS News here. Look over this, see if I see. Was a good man. Oh, okay. His wife did say something about he was a good man, devoted to fishing. Why didn't they detain him? Why would you not send a small Navy vessel to, because you don't want to get shot at. That's why you don't try to detain somebody in international waters, because you don't want them to shoot back at you and get hurts. That's why you do that. If you have a superior weaponry, you stop the threat. You eliminate the threat. Anywho, I'm talking too much. There's still people watching though. That's interesting. Fat load. It was a load of something, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else to watch here while we're chilling here. Chilling like a villain. I have so many old videos here. I'm going to get rid of some of these old videos. Let me see if there's a short one here. Some months old type videos here. We're going to watch later. That one. That one. There's a lot of them that I got to get rid of that are old things like that. No King's protest. No King's protest. Blah, blah, blah. What else we got here? I can't see much of anything to watch right now. Short video. James Clute, 26. Here's a one here. Advertisements.
Why does the U.S. have to be the world's soup kitchen?
I don't really even want to talk to you folks anymore.
I perhaps pushed those old ladies too far. Granddad, the liquor store's that way, okay? Welcome to the second No Kings protest. We have everyone here. Assisted livers, medical experiments, and chicken littles. No kings indeed, but plenty of pawns and a bunch of people who regularly beat the bishop. Hey, who doesn't like a good chess joke?
And it's not called illegal negros, it's a documented person.
You want me to use the term undocumented instead of illegal, but listen, that takes 2 or 3 extra syllables, which takes time to say. And time is money. Why are you stealing my money? Do you think you are a good person?
I'd like to think so.
Well, you know who else thought they were a good person? Hitler!
Well, okay.
Well, you know who else said they were a good person? Hitler! Never mind. That joke fell flat. I hope you didn't have any friends that were killed by Hitler. Listen, we notice you've been tailing us. I gotta ask, are they just picking the homeliest dudes to do puppet duty? Vote blue no matter who?
Yep.
Are you from Virginia?
Yes.
Okay, are you going to vote for Jay Jones for Attorney General, the guy who threatened the deaths of those children?
Unfortunately, yes.
Wow. Don't kids matter? Oh,
nice
wait,
talking to you.
Have Democrats reached the murder?
Unfortunately, yes. I'm going to vote for somebody who wanted to eliminate somebody for their opinion.
Your political opponent's stage of democracy? You're following us around. Is surveillance your love language? So 25% of Democrats are on some sort of mental health medication.
Here it is again.
Granddad, the liquor store's that way, okay?
Man.
Hey, how about you just leave us alone? How about you not assault?
What did his line say?
On some sort of mental health medication.
Here it is again.
Granddad, the liquor store's that way, okay?
Free speech, free country. And what's he doing in the middle of the situation here? He's having a discussion here, and I don't know if they're related, but you're stopping his free speech. And your sign says free speech.
Hey, how about you just leave us alone? How about you not assault people? And she's a goddamn adult. Let her talk. What's the best thing about socialism?
Healthcare for everyone?
What's the worst thing about it besides breaking into the zoo and having to eat the animals?
Yeah. Did you prove that he was a fisherman? You have hearsay from a wife who lost her husband, is sad about it, and you have hearsay from other fishermen that called him a small fisherman. Where's your proof? You have video evidence of him fishing? You have any video evidence of him fishing? That might be a little bit of proof, but I haven't seen any video evidence of the guy in question fishing. What's your proof? What's your proof? You have no proof for your claim. We have no visual proof for our claim. Okay. But guess what? I don't want it.
Billionaires have got to go. Hey, what about the 80 billionaires that supported Kamala Harris? Baby Trump, da-da-da-da-da-da, baby Trump, da-da-da-da-da-da, baby Trump. 25% of Democrats are on some sort of mental health medication. This is horrible, isn't it?
At which part?
The 75% that haven't had help yet.
Huh?
They see me rolling, they be hating. What's the president's biggest crime?
Do you have time? Like, do you have 4 hours?
Why can't Democrats follow instructions? I asked for the biggest crime, not all the crimes.
Damn.
What is fascism?
Well, the original way.
That's pretty funny, Ruth. Pretty funny on that stuff there. Smoky Pipe's pretty funny too on these jokes here. There, that's a joke to far or whatever. You're probably a 40-year-old adult with $1 million in your pocket, so that's just a joke there.
Term of fascism in Italian was a bundle of sticks.
No, that's Megan.
But it's fascismo.
No, it's
I'm gonna look this one up here. That's the second time I've seen somebody saying a fascist is a bundle of sticks. Let's see if in Italian she said. Oh, she's right. The Italian word for fascist, fascista, singular, or fascisti, plural. The term is derived from fascismo, which is the Italian word for fascism, and both are rooted in the Latin word fasces, or bundle of sticks. Fascista is the adjective and pronoun for a single person. Fascisti is the plural form. Okay, so
it is a bundle of sticks.
No, in Italian it's fascismo. I speak Italian, so it began in that way. So we can argue about that, but I'm not going to.
So you're taking a firm stand against fascism? Democracy is important, isn't it?
Yes.
If democracy is so important, how come the Democratic Party put forth a feckless alcoholic to be their leader?
Which one?
Kamala Harris. How autistic are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you vote Democrat?
Fuck you, asshole.
No way! I'm saving myself for your mom!
You're a disgraceful fascist muppet. Fascist!
If we don't protect our borders, that means anyone can come in, including people who don't even know how to follow instructions and do things legally. Won't that turn the U.S. into Retardistan?
No.
Have you ever been to Retardistan?
I've been up to the White House to see Trump.
Good one. Why does the U.S. have to be the world's soup kitchen?
Sorry to interrupt this elderly safari. It's time to...
He's going to grift there. I'm not going to grift. I'm just going to check and see if the chat's behaving themselves, and here's some basic information here. Your basic information is that there's a like button down there. And there's another button around here somewhere. A goal button over there. Way over there. I need to find a better way to say that. There we go. Way over there, you'll find the super chat button and the goal button, things like that. There's also a poll question over there too, I believe. Are you guys behaving yourselves? Smoky Pipe, bacon for Tafar. He needs something to make him feel better. I'm not sure what'll make Tafar feel better. You need some special medicine, Tafar? What kind of medicine do you need to take today? Maybe some medicine called Basic Facts. I'm not sure they have that available for you. Anyway, let's go back to this.
Go to shopedgar.com and get yourself a #1 fascist puppet show mug. It makes everything taste better. Shopedgar.com.
Are you stopping at one child?
I think so. This is all already a threat.
No, we need to replace ourselves. Otherwise, America will be overrun by third world migrants.
Wow. Okay, that's terrible. That's bullshit. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I know you like cheap vegetables. Okay, never mind. People sneaking into the country is a violation of U.S. Code 1325.
Yeah. Civil infraction.
Yeah. What other laws do
May you what? May I? Oh, Tafar, not yet. No. We'll keep the free speech thing going for Tafar a little bit longer. But Tafar, think of another thing or whatever. We're kind of tired out on the Colombian thing. Do you have a disagreement or something like that you want to bring up or something like that? Preferably related to the video we're watching or something like that.
Democrats think it's okay to violate? What other laws do Democrats think it's okay to break?
I think.
Hey, Tafar, is that one of those people you? Are you the Kenny person or the, what's the other guy, the blue hat thing or whatever? I don't watch the show very often, but the other guy.
I think we're okay. Have a good day.
It's not a good question?
You can be undocumented. It's like driving without your license. It's the similar thing. You cannot have a license and drive. I am a privileged person.
We can tell. Should people be vetted? We don't.
I'm a privileged person. Where's the hat? I think at 18 million. That's probably a pretty close guess. Remember back in the day they were saying there's 10 or 11 million for the longest time ever since Clinton and things like that. They said there's 10 million here, and then let's say if we go after Clinton and things like that, it's been almost 20 years, right? 20 plus years since Clinton, actually. So add another 10 million to that at least, right?
Don't want people in the country who hate America, do we?
They're welcome to visit.
Or Reagan or whatever, they said there was 1 million that was his big boo-boo or whatever. He wanted to give them amnesty, right? So if there's 1 million at the Reagan times, and then there was like 10 million around the Clinton times, Reagan 20 years apart there, and you added 9 million, we'll say 10 million. So you're adding another 10 million every 20 years. Biden allowed a lot more than that.
Children need to have a rough time finding jobs because we're being flooded with 20 million illegal scabs taking jobs from Americans.
My kids would never process chicken, crabs, or pick strawberries.
If it paid $20 an hour, they might.
Nah.
Instead of 5.
Nobody wants to pick strawberries. Nobody.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
When did I say something about the way you look? Did I say something about the way Tafar looks or something like that? I gave you a compliment a second ago saying that you might be a millionaire 40-year-old or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's most people say that as a compliment type thing. Did I say something about the way you look? Maybe somebody in the chat might have said something or something like that about their opinion of you or something like that. But I did say something about the way you look, even though I've never met you or even seen a real picture of you. I never said that. So where's your proof? Where's your proof that I said something about the way you look? Okay? Yeah, you got proof of where I said this? You keep asking for proof. Where's your proof? What minute mark did I say this at?
Nobody's doing it now, and they need it. That's fine.
They're fine. I got lots of fruit in my basket at Whole Foods.
Oh, yeah, for now, because that's how capitalism works.
Okay, so
cheap labor.
The Democratic complaint in 2025 seems to be the same complaint.
I asked if that was me on the screen. How is that making fun of you? I asked if that was you behind the mask on the screen. Because a lot of these people are no kings protesters. You're evidently not a fan of Trump either. So I thought maybe, and 1 in 3 million chance that might have been you, right? How is that making fun of the way you look? Because the person in that picture was wearing a mask that covered their face, obviously. So how is that making fun of the way you look since we never saw the actual person's face?
They had in 1865.
Can I get some smarter trolls? Just a little bit smarter trolls. No offense to Far, but if you have any like smarter troll type friends or whatever, send them in, that can sort of use a little bit more brain power when they have a conversation.
Who will pick our crops? Which upsets Democrats more? Losing in 2025 or the end of slavery in 1865?
I don't profess to have all the answers, but I think we should treat people like human beings.
I'm sorry, he's hitting on you. What's up?
But we can also understand that the people sneaking in are usually running from something.
They're running from a small paycheck. It's going to hurt the working class. There's barely any jobs for them these days. Screw the working class. For instance, CDL, commercial driver's licenses, by and large given to a lot of illegal immigrants. They don't even need to pass an English test.
Is that a bad thing?
Here, between us.
No. Sometimes they might get annoyed by silly things you say, but there's two reasons I keep you on there, Tafar. I'm pro free speech, and the more you say silly things, people react to you. It helps the algorithm, even though I'm not grifting for algorithm stuff or anything like that, but just to sort of help YouTube out because I'm a nice guy. It helps the algorithm to sort of get more people involved and potentially more viewers and things like that. Not that I'm grifting. All right. I understand. Mad your shipment sunk. See, it's always fun to kind of hang out with a nice troll there. You're a nice troll, Tafar. Did I pronounce that correctly? Is it Tafar or Tafair? I want to make sure I get your name and your pronouns right and everything there. Is it Tafar? Did I get that correct? If it's Tafair, I'll call you Tafair, but I think it's Tafar. Advertisements.
Hey, Robbie. How do you like them apples? This is the No Kings protest. Are black kings okay?
No, I'm not really into kings. No black kings.
Is this your first anti-MLK protest? Jimmy Kimmel, Sarah Silverman.
That's a good joke.
And Howard Stern and Justin Trudeau all wore blackface, and they all hate Donald Trump. Why do racists hate Donald Trump?
Oh my God, I
love you, bye. And they all hate Trump. Why do racists hate Donald Trump?
He is a racist.
Jimmy Kimmel?
No.
Wait, he wore
You're
blackface.
wet.
Is
You're
blackface
wet. You're
racist? Who hates Jews more, Elmo or the Democrats?
Elmo has done a good job this week.
Elmo is a globalist.
It's Elmo.
Don't even try to fuck with me. How much is one of them strange icy dildos?
Want to see my episodes days earlier, get access to exclusive videos, and get 20% off every merch? Join the Blue Crew! Link to join is in the description. And if you join at True Blue level, I'll credit you at the end of the episode. Now back to the show.
Are you mad that Orange Hitler is putting a stop to all these wars?
No. He was unique for Gaza, okay? He gets one thing right.
He's still done a lot better than President Autopen. Gandalf, listen, man, I lost track of those fucking hobbits. Where's your ass been all this time? We're being overrun by orcs. Where were you, Gandalf? Where were you?
A wizard is never late. I was just doing what I had to do.
He arrives after he's rubbed one out.
Here from the UK.
Sorry to hear that. Good luck uncucking your country.
Sorry, I'm having a problem here.
Do you want help?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I loosen that the best I can.
Let me get going here.
All right, bye, baby. Come on, Kanga. You got the best pouch in the world. I'm really seething with jealousy. We helped out an old person. We were very useful. Now she's going about her day, including Metamucil. No generals. Say no to the military-industrial chicken complex.
Hey, don't make fun of Metamucil. It's good stuff.
People claiming that Donald Trump is a dictator.
I know.
He's a dictator. If he's such a dictator, how come there's all these theater kids wandering around not under arrest? Didn't democracy actually really work? It's just y'all spent a lot of time smearing half the country, calling them Nazis, and that half of the country just said, get the f off the island.
Huh?
That made sense. I can't argue with things that make sense.
I don't understand the question.
Oh, okay. Voted off the island like Survivor. You may have too many facial piercings to understand this.
We want to save our democracy.
Democrats had superdelegates. They tried to kick third parties off the ballot, and their candidate didn't have one primary vote to her name. How is that a democracy?
Oh my. I think if you're going to talk about those details instead of what's happening with no three.
No. She brought up democracy. Not a detail. She brought up democracy. He brought up things that were anti-democracy in relation to her bringing up democracy. Now, what's your complaint?
Branches of government, the Congress not.
Supreme Court shuts down Trump all the time.
Democracy is not our joke. No. What's happening to our democracy
invalid about
listening. You need to be a better listener.
Question. You rebounded it.
And you're supporting the wrong side. You are.
Well, he had primary votes to his name, that's for sure.
It's not about that.
That's democracy, isn't it?
No, it's not.
I don't really even want to talk to you folks.
Yes, the primary is kind of the definition of, not the definition, but it's a good example of democracy. You choose your candidate. You choose who you want to represent your beliefs, in a primary.
anymore because I don't think you can really reason. You don't really want to learn and see what's going on.
I started the first question and you guys rejected it. I tried my best.
No, clearly.
No, you engaged in whataboutery. I perhaps pushed those old ladies too far.
Yeah, evidently you did. Anywho, what else is going on here, guys and girls? That was a good little video, though. Make sure you watch Ask America with Edgar. He's a good guy out there. Get some good content, quality content. Oh, I'm gonna hit dismiss. I'm not gonna raid you yet, but when I do raid you, I'm gonna send you over to a guy named EOD696. He does some panels and some different things out there. So make sure you're following him if you're not already following him out there. Add there. Click on that. You're probably looking for something else to do right now, but there's no crazy stuff happening out there that I can see here. So what we're going to do next is go check out some Twitter stuff, okay? Is that okay with you, Mr. Tafar, to check out some Twitter information here you might disagree with or want more evidence on or something like that? That might be something you want to talk about. What did you think about Trump's tweet there, Mr. Let me just make that bigger so you guys can see it easier. Zoom. There we go. Let's see. What did he think of that? Is he still out there so far? So you can't enjoy it? What Tafar say here? Sorry, I missed it. I don't see his comment there. Oh yeah, whatever that comment. He likes attention, so I'm nice. I give people attention when they're out there. There's a person on Twitch or whatever. Are you a troll on Twitch? That silly person or whatever there, really silly person. Are you a trolling or whatever? If you want to see if you're a better troll, come over on YouTube or whatever. If you're doing good over there. Do you have any smart things to say over there, Mr.? I don't even want to give you that much attention, but if you want to or whatever, I do have a Twitch. That's where most of my trolls usually hang out, but they can come over on YouTube if they want to. There we go. Let's go see what's going on in the world of the news here. This guy here was complaining about something. I wanted to hear what he had to say here.
I'm not only grateful to the leader and the speaker for being here, but my travel there was facilitated by the Sustainable Energy and Environment Coalition, which is a House organization that helped get me there, because for the first time in Codell history that I'm aware of, the State Department refused to support or facilitate my travel or my credentialing. My credentials don't say United States of America. They say Global Legislators Organization for a Balanced Environment, GLOBE, because the State Department refused to support this.
Does he understand that it's not the State Department doing that? State Department needs to control the money spent, American taxpayer money on different things like that. And if they're having issues with a certain country, Brazil in this case, I believe, and they don't want congressmen to go there to sort of make trouble and things like that. Yeah, it's you're still going there as a congressman.
That's how bad the Trump administration has become. I'm not only grateful to the leader and the speaker for being here, but my travel there was facilitated by the Sustainable Energy and Environment Coalition, which is a House organization that helped get me there, because
the House organization that helped get you there.
6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. Just to be clear, this morning President Trump accused 6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. Just to be clear, does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No. Let's be clear about what the president is responding to, because many in this room want to talk about the president's response, but not what brought the president to responding in this way. You have sitting members of the United States Congress who conspired together to orchestrate a video message to members of the United States military, to active duty service members, to members of the national security apparatus, encouraging them to defy.
Somebody on Twitch is mad about food stamps. Why are you still mad about food stamps, person on Twitch?
The president's lawful orders. The sanctity of our military rests on the chain of command. And if that chain of command is broken, it can lead to people getting killed.
Yeah, I was getting tired of him anyway. Yeah. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a troublemaker around once in a while. Like there's this one over here on Twitch or whatever here. I don't want to give him too much attention, but if somebody's on Twitch or whatever, I really suggest you come over on YouTube there, silly boy over there. I'm not sure if you're a troll or something like that, but you said you're mad about food stamps. You rely on food stamps, okay? Why do you rely on food stamps? Are you unable to get a job or something like that, or get out there? And why did you pick such a silly name? His name is really Silly Boy Kisser. A very silly name.
It can lead to chaos, and that's what these members of Congress who swore an oath to abide by the Constitution are essentially encouraging. We have 1.3 active duty service members in this country, and if they hear this radical message from sitting members of Congress, that could inspire chaos, and it could incite violence, and it certainly could disrupt the chain of command. These 3 members of Congress, I will also add, knew exactly what they were doing. You look at Alyssa Slotkin. She's a former member of the CIA.
Okay. I can understand the struggle there. I'll give you that over there. But who do you blame more for the you not being able to get those benefits for a little while? Do you blame the Democrats who voted 15 times against giving those benefits? Or do you blame the Republicans in the Senate that voted 15 times to give you those benefits? Or do you blame Trump that wanted the Republicans to filibuster, end the filibuster so that you could get those benefits? Who do you blame most of those 3?
Kelly was a captain in the U.S. Navy. Maggie Goodlander was a naval officer, and notably, she is also the wife of Joe Biden's national security former advisor, Jake Sullivan. And so these members knew what they were doing. They were leading into their credentials as former members of our military, as veterans, as former members of the national security apparatus to signal to people serving under this commander-in-chief, Donald Trump, that you can defy him and you can betray your oath of office. That is a very, very dangerous message, and it perhaps is punishable by law. I'm not a lawyer. I'll leave that to the Department of Justice.
If you guys want to respond to the other, I don't the Twitch person or whatever, call him silly for short. I don't want to acknowledge the last part of that nonsense. But anyway, if you wanted to respond to what you just saw on the screen, I'll share it with him on the other end of things there. Everybody has these like restream things where you can see the other person's chat on the other chat or whatever. But if you guys want to respond from a Twitcher to a YouTuber, I'll try to keep track of it. Let's see what else we got going on here. You guys see this little thing here where here's Biden at the Cheney thing here. I think I made I think it's the response. The guy behind Biden right here, is that Dan Quayle? It looks a little different if it is. It was like they were pointing out all the vice presidents there. Like I was like, where's Dan Quayle? Bush there, Senator McConnell back there, a few other senators back behind him there that probably knew Cheney also. I don't know, Jeffy. I don't know what you did there. I have to assume it probably is Dan Quayle. I'm like, who else would it be that unless who did Gore pick as his running mate in the 2000 election? That's the only thing I can think of. I'm not sure who Gore picked as his running mate, but that's the only other person that you would think that would get second row. Hey, Biden can still read, evidently. That's good. He can still read a pamphlet, like, who are we coming for? Who are we coming to watch again? Who is it? Who's the guy? Why are we here? He had to put him right next to Laura Bush, too. That was weird.
To a thug. They are MAGA radicals, extremists.
They call us flyover country. They dismiss our ideas, but they...
I know, Ruth, I know. But he would have had somebody as his running mate or whatever when he was doing the thing or whatever. After the primary, I think it is, then you pick your running mate at that point there. I just can't remember who his running mate was. I have you guys watch this video while I look it up real quick here.
They don't understand what's going on in the real world.
Where is the help for Western North Carolina?
I don't think Biden's doing enough.
It's pretty much a slap in the face. We're not getting the support.
I'm Jen Pellegrino. I proudly grew up in upstate New York. My family worked hard and paid taxes for policy.
It was Joe Lieberman. That's right, Joe Lieberman, which I think passed away. Yeah, he died at 82. So it wasn't him. You can ask it. Was Dan Quayle at the...
written by politicians who never stepped foot in my hometown. Factories drove our economy, and then they were forced to shut down. Main Street became a ghost town. The same politicians who claim to fight for the middle class look down on the values that define it: faith, work, family, and country. Then President Donald J. Trump gave forgotten Americans a voice. He spoke to the people Washington ignored and built a movement that listened. DC elites continually drown out and denigrate the real people who built this country. That's why I'm launching Defend Forgotten America.
Yeah, it must have been Dan Quayle. They said that he was there, so you'd have to assume that was Dan Quayle. There, he just looked different at his older age there, I guess. Let me see if I can find an image of Dan Quayle here that's recent here.
To make sure real Americans' voices are heard. We're elevating leaders who know their communities. We'll fight to get DC bureaucrats off the backs of healthcare workers, farmers, manufacturers.
Yeah, that was Dan Quayle. That was Dan Quayle. Okay. Looks older.
And small business owners. We believe DC health policies should reflect community needs and realities for those in small urban America. We're standing for law and order, energy independence, and the right of every family to live free and prosper. President Trump reminded us power comes from the people, not Washington bureaucrats.
Under the Trump administration, the forgotten men and women of our country are going to be forgotten no longer.
Defend Forgotten America exists to make sure that truth is never forgotten again.
President Trump is the friend of the forgotten American.
To the people of Middletown, Ohio, and all the forgotten communities, I will be a vice president who never forgets where he came from.
Join us at defendforgottenamerica.com.
Is J.D. Vance trying to look like Abraham Lincoln? He's tall like Abraham Lincoln. He's going with the long face and the beard thing going on there. I think he's trying to give that sort of Abraham Lincoln-ish look.
And stand with us to defend the future of this great nation.
Yeah, Ruth, we haven't seen a whole lot of him. I think once in a while he'll come on situations like this, on different news outlets or something like that to talk about the passing of people like Lieberman and Cheney, and he probably went to Carter's funeral, I assume. But he probably has a nice private life. He doesn't want to get disturbed or something like that. Anyway, that was interesting there. Jen Pellegrino on that video there. Not sure why I shared that one there. Tomorrow, though, you guys remember this? They're going to have a meeting there with what do you think is going to happen at Bush and Mamdani has to have a meeting on Friday, November 21st, tomorrow. It'll be an interesting meeting. I wonder if he's going to invite him to the Oval Office, you think? When was the last time the president invited a communist to the Oval Office? Back in George Bush, Quayle's boss back in the day, he probably had Gorbachev in the Oval Office. That's why last time a communist was in the Oval Office. This was yesterday at the outside Portland City Hall. Pretend Media made this video here that Miss Mary clipped here, but they were upset about the ICE building or something like that they leased from a landlord there, and they want that lease revoked or something like that.
That's what's gonna happen.
This was before Tommy got there. But you can see the usual faces. The Hispanic guy here in the blue hat there. She's been around there. You also notice at right-wing protests and right-wing rallies, you never see the German symbol thing, but you do see it when the left there comes or whatever, and they bring their cross out, but you don't ever see that symbol at a right-wing rally. But they want to sort of make it look like it's the right does that kind of stuff, but they're the only ones who bring up that symbol or stickers of those things there. Yeah, Jeffy, yeah. I get tired of too much national news, things like that after a while, so I figured let's bring some normal, crazy news from Portland or whatever out here. I appreciate you guys watching. I probably could change the title or something like that, but... December? Maybe. I would think they'd wait till summertime or springtime. No hate. It's like even their basic cheers make no sense. If you don't have any fear and you're not hateful, then why would you not want law enforcement to be in your state? If you don't fear them and you don't hate them, you might disagree with them, but it's like not grifting. You guys think I'm grifting by putting that link up there. Okay, I'm not grifting. I'm just informing you that I have a Facebook and Instagram page. Okay, that's not grifting. Okay, you guys call me a grifter all the time. I'm not a grifter. I'm an informer. Just informing you that if you have this thing called Facebook, I know you guys are too young for Facebook and Instagram, but if you happen to be a little bit older and not MySpace old, but a little older, younger than that, then you might want to click on one of those links there and click the follow button. Not grifting. That video there. See what else we got in the news here. And this was interesting here. That this person is getting charged with $5 million in stealing FEMA phones. Let's see if she was asked about it here.
She was back in the district at this event. We tried again.
I also wanted to ask you about the investigation into your families, but this is also part of her congressional duties Congresswoman, you know, you're under investigation for the congressional ethics for violation of campaign finances. Congresswoman, this is your district. You have to answer to these people. Congresswoman.
Attorneys for her family's healthcare company aren't answering the I-Team's questions either. And the Department of Emergency Management says they won't comment on ongoing litigation, leaving taxpayers and her constituents wondering what happened to those millions. She was back in the district at this event. We tried again.
I also wanted to ask.
But of course, the Democrats will not answer questions. That's probably a good song. What's it, 15
In the
seconds?
street just to get illegals. If you doing what he say, you ain't gonna be shot today. Only stupid liberals thinking that it's not okay.
I just want to see what that sounded like.
You're talking to young members of the American military, and you're not telling them specifically what it is they should see as illegal. So you're putting ideas into their head that maybe they're being asked to do something illegal. And what we're seeing actually is recruitment rising and people wanting to
Let her finish her sentence.
join the military under the president.
Here's an interesting fact for you, Martha. Our men and women actually are very smart, very incredible men and women in our military. And
You don't
a
have to-
recent
They can't read minds. They might be smart, but they can't read your mind. When you're telling them don't follow illegal orders, and they've been in the military for quite a while, and you're telling them not to follow illegal orders, you're not very specific. They don't know what you mean by illegal orders there, since they're following their orders like they're supposed to do, and they know the consequences of not following their orders in the military. They can't read minds. Anyway, go ahead.
Tell me that.
Well, apparently I do. 'Cause
No,
a
you
recent
don't,
survey
sir. I have
actually
great
polled them-
respect for the United States military.
Well, you know, you don't think they can handle a reminder about federal law and the UCMJ, is what I'm hearing. And a recent survey showed that 8 out of 10 service members deeply understand their obligation of lawful orders, right? 8 out of 10. So we want to
sure
get that.
that's
That
true.
should be 10 out of 10. But this is something that they're trained on. You know, go and look at the training. You maybe even go and participate or observe some of the training that our men and women go through. It is incredible.
She's been doing journalism for 20 years. I'm pretty sure she's been to a few military bases to learn this stuff in that time.
Expect a lot of these men and women. They go through very intense, rigorous training because they're put in intense, rigorous positions. And frankly, I bristle at the notion that they can't handle a suggestion or a reminder of what the law requires them to do and what the Constitution requires them to do. You actually disparage them when you say that a simple reminder.
How is you a simple reminder? A simple reminder is going to your email or something like that and letting people know out there. That's a simple reminder, not a coordinated commercial thing that you have to pay for. That's not a simple reminder. When you collaborate with other people to send out a message telling them that they can disobey the commander in chief, that's not so simple. When you're telling them they can potentially commit a mutiny, that's not a simple thing. You know, if it's so simple, then they'd be doing it a lot more often. You idiot.
Sir.
That a simple reminder is something they cannot handle.
You're wrong. You're 100% wrong. I didn't disparage them in
That's
any
what
way.
I'm
In
hearing.
fact, I give them enormous credit.
You're not hearing her because you keep cutting her off.
No, you don't think they can handle reminders about their legal obligations?
I think they
These men and
perhaps
women
if it was
certainly can handle it.
specific and they could figure out what order you're referring to. I have the most deep respect for everyone who serves in the military, including you, sir, for the sacrifice that you made. I did not make that sacrifice myself. So I put everyone who makes that sacrifice in a very special place in my heart. And I believe they're there to serve the country. So you have put out this video. It's getting a lot of attention. I thank you for joining me to talk about it. And I think, people can look at it and take away from it what they want. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to be specific about what illegal actions you were referring to. So thank you for being here, Congressman, and thank you again for your service. All right, let's bring in for reaction to that discussion, Tommy Lahren, co-host of the Big Weekend Show. Tommy, good to see you. I was hoping for some more specifics on what these members of Congress were referring to. As you saw, we got a lot of vague references to things that had been suggested or implied by the president, not specific actions or orders that they feel are illegal and should be rejected.
Martha, like you, I am very perplexed, not only by the video, but by that interview. I'm also a little bit shocked and taken aback that the congressman would be willing to embarrass himself, not only on the air, but also with that video and put a stain on his own service, which, as you mentioned, is so noble, in order to fulfill what seems to be a very deep sense of Trump derangement syndrome. And like you, I thought perhaps when they put out this video, perhaps they were referring to some of the efforts to take out narco-terrorists. While I disagree with that, I thought perhaps that's what this video is
that's the only thing I can sort of think of, or something like that, that the person behind the button that fires that thing from a drone, it's usually somebody in Nevada, that simply says, take out that boat. It's
referring to. But I was also very shocked that the congressman didn't seem to be alluding to that at all. He was talking about mean tweets and comments that the president made in various times throughout the last 10 years. So again, I don't think he did himself and his cause any favors with that interview, and certainly not with that video that the various members and various senators and representatives put out. I share your concerns that he's going to send a message to our military members that is incoherent, and he definitely did not do a good job of outlining these so-called unlawful orders that are being handed down. I am befuddled.
Well,
Well said, Tommy.
How much time did his senior staff spend with him?
Did you spend with Joe Biden?
Zero, about the same amount as his staff.
Eloquent job of.
Oh, this is that 7 minutes of that. I don't want to watch that. What else? 3 minutes. Oh, Cam Higbee. You guys want to watch this video again? Because Cam was there the other day and gave a speech.
Ask them simply. I'm a journalist. I'm not a protester. This is my badge. Okay. Today on the streets of Dearborn, I was pepper sprayed, maced by protesters because I asked them simply why they were harassing and touching another individual who had stated repeatedly that he was only on their side of the street to talk to them and have a dialogue. My phone was smashed. You can see the broken camera right there. They stole $50 out of my pocket, and they stole my microphone receiver. I went and I told one of your officers, badge number 3668, that this had happened. He told me there was nothing that could be done about it unless I went to the station. I told him, I can't go to the station. I'm working. I'm doing my job. He said, I'm working too. I said, yeah, and your job is to protect me and all of the people that are out here today. Okay. So we said that I could go into the station later. I told him, you're never going to catch the guy if I go into the station later. He's going to leave. He's dressed head to toe in black bloc. I filmed the whole thing, but he had a mask on his face. You'll never, ever get an opportunity to arrest that person ever again if you don't go and get him right now. He said, sir, I can't leave my post. 5 minutes later, I caught him in the parking lot on a personal phone call. Okay. Repeatedly today, I watched people that are in this room get attacked by other people that are in this room. I watched your officers not respond to those attacks repeatedly. Then I saw somebody who was in this group, which I'm a journalist. I'm just documenting what's going on, and I'm here to tell you what's going on. I saw somebody in this group get arrested. I asked the officers, habeas corpus, please articulate probable cause for arresting this person. They refused to. I asked name and badge number. They refused to give me their name and badge number as a member of the press with my badge clearly displayed. They would not tell me why they were arresting this person. They just did it. Okay. Yesterday, I was exploring Dearborn. I came here just to document this from Seattle as a journalist. Okay. I was exploring Dearborn. I walked up and down Michigan Avenue. There wasn't very many people out. Then we wanted to hear the call to prayer that we've heard so much about. So we went to a mosque. And at that mosque, I was followed by a drone. If I moved forward, the drone moved forward. If I went backwards, the drone went backwards. I went to a gas station, and that drone waited outside of the gas station just above the door for me to leave so it could begin following me again. I was followed by vehicles, and I was followed by individuals on foot. There was a lot of talk in here today about sexism. So I'd like to quote the Prophet Muhammad, okay? One of my favorite quotes from the Prophet Muhammad. A woman's testimony is worth half that of a man's due to the deficiency of her mind. God created two sexes, one superior and one inferior. That's why your women wear hijabs, because they're inferior to men. That's why in most Muslim countries, they can't leave their homes without permission of a male guardian. Is my time up?
You have 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Oh, 30 seconds.
Yeah, go
okay,
ahead.
great.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I shouldn't feel like a dhimmi in my country. That's what I feel like in Dearborn, Michigan. It doesn't feel like home. I feel like a dhimmi, a second-class citizen, which is what Christians are in the majority of Muslim countries. Dhimmis. Second-class citizens. And the policing in this city, that's exactly what happens. And I know rank-and-file officers in pretty much every city usually want to take care of these problems. You're the one giving the orders, Mr. Mayor. These guys definitely want to do something about them. They're business. Look at them. These guys are all business. Your orders. I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Well done, Cam. Well done. Well done. I don't agree with much of what this other guy says, but this is kind of when things went crazy.
The Muslim community is looking to drag us back. They're looking to oppress women, oppress homosexuals. They're looking to destroy everything that makes America great. President Trump, send ICE into Dearborn. These people have overstayed their visas. They're H-1B chain migration invaders, and they have come to this country to destroy our way of life. We know exactly your laws in your book about lying to our faces, pretending to be Americans, wearing your suits. But that doesn't happen anywhere else where you guys are in charge. There are 53 Muslim majority countries, and in all of them, it is tyranny, destruction, it is shithole living. We have to call it what it is. You guys don't live like we do. We don't want you in our country. We will come and eat your shawarma in Somalia, okay? We don't need it here in Michigan.
Like, some of this kind of stuff I don't care for.
We don't need it in any part of America. We have a right to self-determination. Our founding fathers fought and died for our posterity, for white Americans. Amen. And we're being driven out. You come here and you marry 4 or 5 women and you outbreed us. You change the laws. You make all of our country look like the places that you fled from. We don't want you here. Respectfully, get the fuck out of my
He should say he doesn't want there, not we.
country. I don't want you here.
He corrected himself there by saying I.
This is our country. And the people, the veterans, the World War II veterans, that's blood has soaked for our constitutional republic, are taking a look around Europe. They're taking a look around America, and they're saying, what the hell did we fight for? We have been taken over without a single shot fired. You guys are outbreeding, insidious parasites.
I'll skip ahead to the craziness.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Let me grab my. Jesus is king. Jesus is king. Christ is king. Put your hands on me. There's no reason to put your hands on me.
That guy was a little bit angry there. That one guy with the glasses.
Jesus is king.
Christ is king. Christ is king. America first. I live in Detroit. I'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, be here. We're coming to make sure you Muslims don't take over.
Be nice.
What are you going to do? What are your boss? 2 billion Muslims feel safe in America.
Go. Keep walking. Let's go. Keep walking. Let's go. You're
We
done.
will
Let's go.
not surrender. We will not back down. This is what Muslim America wants us to do. They want us to cower. Christians, stand up. Stand tall. America, across this country, rise up just like we did today in Dearborn. In Texas.
It's fine to get power. What will our founding fathers do?
You asked for that.
I'm not going to go. Anyway, you guys can have your thoughts on that one there. Who's a troll? All There's somebody in chat or the guy on the screen probably. Anyway, that was that video there. Yeah, you just getting tired yet? So we got 13, 12 in the chat. Let's play this video. This thing here. I should play this at the beginning of my things here. I think is what I'm going to do for now on. Is play this video at the beginning.
I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do you guys like that one there? Hopefully you're still here. Good way to go there. Let me do a thing here. Normally I would raid out here, but I'm going to send you guys, give you a link there. She doesn't have it set up for a raid there, but shout out Polish American Brotherhood here real quick here. She does their show here 2 days a week with her dad. They do a great job there. So I'm going to suggest you guys go
In 16th century, they moved
watch this with me here.
to Warsaw. And
What's the
Warsaw
reason?
is the-
What's the reason why they moved the capital?
Oh, why? Actually, we had a Swedish king named Vasa. And
She does a great job out there. She was out there dealing with Antifa back in 2020, 2021 with me.
Mermaid, right?
Was out in Florida doing a lot of crazy stuff out there. You guys probably remember her. Copy that there. I would raid you, but it's not letting me raid to her for some reason on that one there. So I hope or get more viewers than just the 5 viewers here if you guys don't mind.
Swedish king.
Copy that into the
and he
chat
was
there.
closer to Sweden. That was
Yeah, it's doing
one of the
good there.
reasons He moved to Warsaw, but Warsaw became.
There's her
more
link
popular,
there.
at that
Let's
time
go.
than
Be
in
nice.
Krakow.
Go give her subscriptions
was
and some likes over in her channel.
Reason,
Let me see if you guys are
Warsaw to
going over there right now to
capital
help
from,
her out there.
Krakow to Warsaw.
Go ahead and head over there now real quick for me. And I'll see you guys in the chat over there. I wish I could raid you, but please go over there real quick and give her a follow and a like there. If you guys haven't done it already, I'm going to say hello to her real quick here.
Underground, and people always was scared that something can happen.
Yes,
That's
I'll have a
why
great
they
night.
put
Here,
the
I'll give you that link again here.
inside
Some people can put it in there like 3
something.
times right away or something like
Where I
that.
like to go when I'm in
Not
that
sure how you
area
do
of
that, but
Krakow and all that, I like to go to Zakopane.
or you guys can watch other crazy stuff that's happening tonight or whatever. I'm sure Portland's gonna pop off or not, but
winter time, if you're able to go, check it out.
thank you, Michael, over there. I see you over there.
That's like in the mountains, no?
Ever some you don't have to stay there. Oh, but I see you guys are heading over there. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for clicking over there and giving her some love there.
Because of the ski resort. And mostly the most popular, if the people in summertime going to the beach in the Baltic Sea, in the winter time, Zakopane is the most popular place.
See if I can do it, but she doesn't have it
They have
set
like
up for some
hotels
reason.
over there with pools, and
do
the pool
this
will be
here.
inside,
Just
but
double
then you can
checking one more
go
time here.
outside, like
I'm not
in the same
seeing
pool.
the
It connects to
option
the
to rate her
outdoors, and
channel.
it'll be snowing around, and you can get
Everybody
out in the
else, but
water.
not hers.
You know, it's really cold in the snow, but it's really beautiful also.
It's a ski town.
I was
I have
only,
to help her figure that out.
one time in Zakopane.
Well, I did before.
And even was, I would say, very freezing temperature. I didn't feel that because the air is very dry over there. It's in a higher elevation. You know. And there's a beautiful view on the here they call it Giewont, which they have also cross.
All right, we'll call it a day, guys. I'm not. I think when I end the stream, it might send you to EOD's channel or something. No, actually, it won't. Because
everybody think about the.
I don't think there's anybody else on there.
Christ in
I want you guys to go to her channel though, so I'm just gonna end the stream there, so it won't go to anybody's channel except. I gotta make sure you guys give you that link one more time in the chat here.
Oh yeah.
And they it's close to the.
All right, head over there. Head over there. Head over there.
Basilica church.
I'll be over there.
Because there was something.
God bless. Have a good night, guys.
Wonder happened over there. You know,
Ooh, we
so
should get rid of that.
The church.
Last
The name is Konin. So Konin is.